When information filtered in the air on the 22nd of May 2022 that Engineer Chief Sir Vita Abba'S had clinched the House of Representatives ticket to the People's Democratic Party for NSUKKA IGBO-EZE South Federal Constituency, unprecedented excitement pervaded the whole constituency and even beyond. During the May 2022 PDP House of Representatives primaries for the NSUKKA IGBO-EZE South Federal Constituency, Engineer Abba'S pulled 91 votes out of the 111 votes cast at the election to defeat his closest rival, Clinton Isiwu, who scored 11 votes. But the landslide victory of Chief Abba'S at the primary election and the excitement that trailed his emergence as the 2023 PDP candidate for the constituency did not come as a surprise to many, given Chief Abba'S' excellence in both private and public sectors, his exceptional records as an industrialist and historic services to the people, among others. The Director General of Engineer Abba'S' campaign organization in NSUKKA Council area, Honorable Barrister Tony Ugu, highlighted the personality of the PDP's House of Representatives candidate for NSUKKA IGBO-EZE South Federal Constituency.
He's a father, he's a good husband, he's a leader, and he's a man of high social standing. He's an NSUKKA man by heart, he's an NSUKKA man by deed. And he's a man who has paid his dues. And he's a man who is a true Nigerian. And he's a man who has sacrificed for the interests of this nation. And he's a man who the nation has recognized by giving him an award of OON. So Vita Abba'S is so many things. He comes in different versions, but the principal aspect of it is that he's a good man.
He also spoke on why he accepted to become the Director General of Engineer Abba'S' campaign organization.
At where we were coming from, as a student of history, I looked at where we were coming from in NSUKKA political transformation, and I looked at the contributions of Engineer Vita Abba'S in not just NSUKKA politics, Enugu North politics, and Enugu State politics and Nigerian politics. And I looked at experience, I looked at capacity, I looked at integrity. And I looked at one who has a heart, and one who believes in the cause of NSUKKA, and one who believes in the cause of Enugu State. And I didn't have any doubt whatsoever. I didn't think twice in trying to contribute my own quota, because what I'm doing is trying to contribute my own quota into the emergence of Vita Abba'S as one who is going to represent us in the hallowed green chambers.
Since he graced this earth several years ago, Engineer Abba'S has always distinguished himself among his peers. At Edobala, his community, where he had his primary school education, he excelled in his studies, left his teachers astonished given his display of superlative brilliance. The young Abba'S continued his excellent exploits in Government Technical College, Enugu, where his love for engineering blossomed. In 1987, he bagged a bachelor degree in electrical engineering from Anambra State University of Technology. In 2014, he bagged a master's degree in engineering and industrial management from the Enugu State University of Science and Technology, ESUT. The traditional ruler of Edobala community in NSUKKA local government area of Enugu State, Igwe Dr. Oke Uguja, spoke on how Engineer Abba'S' intelligence came to light from primary school and all through his university days.
No manas na Igbo na-ekwu okwu sị ọkụkọ ga-abụ oke ọkụkọ na ama mgbe ọ nọ na uriom na bụ onye abụghị onye ebido mee mgbe ọ nọ na primary school ya amara azụ onye nwere isi akwụkwọ mara akwụkwọ ọfụma wee dịgide etu anwa banye sekọndịrị si na sekọndịrị banye na mahadum ma mgbe ọ nọ na mahadum amakwara ya ma o nwere ebe ọ nọ o tego ya bụ onye bara onye ọchịchị
An accomplished industrialist, Engineer Abba is the founder and chief executive officer of VTech Group of Companies Nigeria Limited, specialized in manufacturing of switchgears and other engineering electrical services, among others. With offices located in Aba, Abia State and Enugu State, where PVC pipes and fittings are being manufactured, VTech Group of Companies Nigeria Limited, led by Engineer Abba, has continued to record giant strides, providing job opportunities to teeming unemployed youths. He speaks on how VTech Group of Companies Nigeria Limited gives him joy despite myriads of infrastructure and economic challenges currently affecting operations of companies across the country.
We're doing our best, but this is not the best time to run a company in this country. It's not the best time. You struggle for power, you struggle for rules, haulage, you carry your goods that are falling on the way, the truck is spoiling. It's not the best time. You're looking for money, you don't get money to invest, so it's not the best time. But we thank God. If not for anything, when we see people who are putting food on their table because they are working for VTech, gives us a lot of joy.
Engineer Abba is a man of many parts who also wears many hats perfectly, an industrialist, a philanthropist, and administrator. Engineer Abba has carried numerous philanthropic deeds for humanity, facilitations of rural electrification projects, sinking of boreholes, and other numerous good deeds have been credited to Engineer Vita Abba in the communities across his constituency. Since 1999, he has been awarding scholarships to many indigent students through his Scholarship Trust Fund. The traditional ruler of Edo-Obala community in NSUKKA local government area of Enugu State, Igwe Dr. Oke Uguja, speaks on Engineer Vita Abba'S philanthropic deeds in the community.
In any village, Okuna Banyero, Okujune Dobra Nine, Okachane Denu, Onya Wutinya Boko. Miniana Mutata no Boda, Onya Wutiria. This third road, so we're to Bem Onakia Koshibata. Oneka Agadu Yaribia.
Honorable Mrs. Lovelane Weze, who hails from the constituency, speaks on other philanthropic deeds by Engineer Vita Abba.
We said expect more from Vitalis Abba. Why? Because of what he has been doing. So I strongly believe that he's a man that he will do more. Because when he was a party chairman of Enugu State, in fact, he helped a lot of people. So many people, he put so many people in job, both federal and state ministries, even in private sectors. When he came out from the office, he was still doing the same thing. When you have a problem, go to Vita Abba. He will advise you as a father. He will even put his own money to make sure he helps you out.
Engineer Abba speaks on his reasons and motivation for helping people in need and carrying out developmental projects in the communities.
Most of the motivation stemmed from my background, my parents. They encouraged me a lot to help people if I can, to donate to projects if I can, to do well for the society. Secondly, with my exposure, nationally and internationally, I've come to realize that, and even spiritually, that all you owe should be your name and not really material thing.
When in 2003, Engineer Abba left his lucrative business to join politics, his only desire has been to use the political platform to provide the needed leadership that could benefit the people. His venture into the political space recorded almost instant success when he emerged the PDP chairman in Enugu State between 2007 and 2015. The achievements recorded under his watch as the chairman of the PDP in the state remains evergreen in the mind of many party faithful both within and outside the state. Engineer Abba highlights some of his achievements as the PDP chairman in this state.
I came into the party at a time I was not a politician, so most things we were just doing it with sheer patriotism, because when it mattered most, I was at the center of the project. NSUKKA must go. NSUKKA must be the governor. And as the leader of the party, and as the chairman of the party, not the leader is the governor, but as the chairman of the party, and the leader and the chairman of the state caucus of the party, I was able to host a meeting where this matter was decided conclusively through vote. Everybody will agree that the governorship should go to NSUKKA. That was my happiest moment in life, when my people did not shoot a gun and they got what is due for them. I became a happy man from that day, and I had no regrets chairing the party for 7.5 years.
Honorable Barrister Ugu, the campaign director general, speaks on some giant efforts of Engineer Abba in Edo-Obala as the PDP chairman in Enugu State.
When I talk about looking at somebody's antecedents and his past records, you will believe with me that 8 years of Vita Abba'S as the chairman of PDP in Enugu State, he totally and single-handedly transformed Edo-Obala, where he's coming from. And if you go to Edo-Obala now, it's just like a mini city, as it were. If you go to the whole of NSUKKA zone, I can assure you authoritatively that there's no community and there's no ward that Vita Abba'S has not put in a transformer there to energize that place. So when we talk about these kind of things, these are the things we look at, and these are why some of us want to identify ourselves with him.
Igwe Dr. Oke Uguja also speaks on the outstanding contributions of Engineer Abba to NSUKKA people while he was the PDP chairman in the state.
Obodo niile gbara Edo-Obala gburugburu onwere ndị na-enwetara uru na arụ Vita Abba'S mgbe ọ bụ PDP chairman Enugu State. Anya bụ mmadụ a na-ekwu maka ya, ọ bụ ezigbo mmadụ. Mgbe ọ bụrụ chairman governing council Futo, ndị Edo-Obala jiri maka ya na-arụ ebe a nwee union. Ọ bụrụ ebe dị iche na chi ndị mmadụ n'ọrụ. Ọ bụ onye nwere obi umeala.
More so, under his leadership as the chairman of the PDP in Enugu State, for the first time, an NSUKKA man, Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi, clinched the governorship ticket of the party in 2015 and subsequently won in the January election. Engineer Vita Abba'S believes that his journey into politics provided him the opportunity to serve God and humanity.
I joined politics because I realized that my latitude is limited as an individual. But when I joined politics, and I'm thinking of the good, general good for all, God blessed it with some positions which I used to serve Him. Because I've always said that if you think you are serving people, it's God that you are serving. So my journey in politics opened my eyes and afforded me a greater opportunity to serve God. And I thank God for the opportunity given to me. Out of the many we are, I'm not the only person who had wished to have such opportunity.
The traditional ruler of Edo-Obala community in NSUKKA local government area of Enugu State, Igwe Dr. Oke Uguja, spoke on Engineer Abba'S societal development.
Onye ka elechere anya mgbe ọ pụtara ya ga-eje House of Rep, PDP wepụtara ya maka na ọ bụ ya ọchịchị dokwere anya, and ọkwa ọ bụ na ọ banyere ọ na-eweta nnukwu mmepe ya na-etu anụnwa anyị na-ene anya n'oge je nnọchite NSUKKA local government and Igbo South, the House of Rep, na ya ebidogo mgbanwe maka na ọ ga-ewepụta n'obodo anyị nnukwu mmepe.
On his part, Honorable Dr. Darlington Chimezie Mama, who hails from Ovoko in IGBO-EZE South local government area, expresses his confidence that Engineer Abba would work better than all his predecessors, given his track record of excellence.
Vita's bid to represent us in the Federal House of Rep is a cause. It's not just his personal cause. It's a collective cause. And we must champion it to the end. If you scrutinize all the candidates, compare and contrast, you will see it is very clear, it is visible to the blind that PDP did a good job in selecting their candidates.
He also expressed the support of the youths of IGBO-EZE South local government area for Engineer Abba's candidacy and highlights the numerous achievements of Engineer Abba even while he was not occupying any political position.
The state chairman, he has threatened a lot of things for our people. He has empowered a lot of youths, and he is still doing it even while he is not in office. So you can imagine what he can do as a member representing us in the Federal House of Rep. So we are very grateful to have somebody like him. We are thankful to God Almighty.
For Honorable Mama, the candidacy of Engineer Abba would guarantee job creation for the teeming unemployed youths in the constituency and end the culture of reducing youth success.
Sir Vita Abba have been providing job by the virtue of his industry. So we believe that with this opportunity given to him, that industry will be expanded more. It will be diversified more. So, and by so doing, he will absorb more people, more youths.
Engineer Vita Abba'S' giant contributions and philanthropic gestures across communities have not gone unnoticed. His humanitarian efforts and developmental projects in the state consequently drew the attention of traditional rulers in NSUKKA cultural zone, who bestowed on him the chieftaincy title of Onwa Netiroha.
Obonye nwere obi umeala. And ọ na-enedu m ogbenye anya. Chukwu gozie ya ọfụma. Nke bụ na ebe ọ bụ na ọ nọ. O nwere ezinụlọ ọ bata. Na ga-ama na Vita Abba bata. Onye kpatara na Nsukka niile nọ na ndị Igbo niile nọ na Nsukka jikọrọ ọnụ wee chie ya na nwunye echichi wee nye ọnwa na-etinọra 1 na Nsukka, Enugu North.
The monarch prayed for his victory at the forthcoming 2023 general election to represent the constituency at the Green Chamber of the National Assembly.
So na anyị na-ekele Chukwu na Chineke ga-anụ ekpere anyị by ime ka tiketi enyere ka ọzọ House of Rep under PDP n'oge win ma ọ banye ebe a Nigeria League ama n'ọbata.
When Dr. Fide Odo was beckoned on to serve as the Director General of Engineer Vita Abba'S campaign organization in IGBO-EZE South Council area, he jumped into the offer because of Engineer Abba'S competence and leadership excellence. Dr. Odo, the campaign Director General, speaks on Engineer Abba'S qualifications and unique traits.
If you look at his profile as an industrialist, he'll be very good as a committee chairman for maybe trade and investment or industries, because he knows what are the challenges of business, private sector. If you look at him as coming to help education, a pro-chancellor has made professors. Through his approval, you have university professors. So he knows the problems in the university sector. So he's going to, generate a lot of ideas on the way out of this problem that has been endemic in Nigerian educational system.
He also highlights key expectations and benefits that Engineer Abba'S incursion in the Green Chamber of the National Assembly will guarantee for the people of the constituency.
Now, Engineer Vita Abba is at that phase where he's seeking for a footprint on the sand of time. He's seeking for what he'll be remembered for. Our people will benefit because he's not somebody that we don't know. He's a very friendly, humble personality. All these things I'm saying about him may be new to you because he's not used to talking about himself. But this is the time we must have to say it for the world to know that we are meeting a person who I see is a blessing to our constituency.
For people of NSUKKA and IGBO-EZE South Federal Constituency, Engineer Abba'S candidacy represents a hope for more dividends of democracy and quality leadership. According to the people of the constituency, Engineer Abba remains the right man for the job of representing them in the Green Chamber of the National Assembly, given his excellent antecedents and people-oriented programs in the past years. Honorable Mrs. Loveline Weze, who hails from the constituency, speaks on the antecedents and why the people of the constituency choose Engineer Abba to represent them at the Green Chamber.
Expect more is a wonderful name given to him by his people, because of the wonderful work he's been doing in our zone, NSUKKA local government, IGBO-EZE South, IGBO-ETITI, Udenu, IGBO-EZE North, Ozowani. He has been a wonderful person. That's why we have chosen him to go and represent us.
Also, Honorable Barrister Ugu, the Campaign Director General, highlights Engineer Abba'S qualities that the people of the constituency should consider in voting for him in 2023.
Vita Abba speaks for himself. His history speaks for himself. What he has been able to achieve speaks for himself. He has experience. He knows it all. He knows NSUKKA IGBO-EZE South in the palms of his fingers. He has been there. The incumbent has been there courtesy of contributions from Vita Abba. And Vita Abba has put in a lot in what happens in NSUKKA and IGBO-EZE South. So we're not looking at a greenhorn. We're looking at somebody who is experienced. We're looking at somebody who has paid his dues. NSUKKA will expect more, and that's why we are all clamoring for him to go in there.
Engineer Abba recalls how the people of his constituency prevailed on him to join the race to represent them at the Green Chambers of the House of Representatives.
Been in politics, haven't been working for the good of the people. When the opportunity came for the primaries, my people decided to buy a form for me. And they said that the party and the NSUKKA people should consider me. And we'll give it to God. We'll give it to Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, who is the leader of the party.
He also speaks on the concept behind his popular campaign slogan, "Expect More."
I have already set a target for myself. I'm not one of the boys who are going there to get money and build a house, or take a chieftaincy title, or marry a wife, or all those things, social things we need. I have a reason why I want to go to the house. And I'm sure by the time I finish going to the house, NSUKKA and IGBO-EZE South must have been to the next level in their developmental strides. And that is what I mean by expect more. I have set a goal for myself, and the goal is that I will achieve more.
He praised Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State for his giant strides in the state and hinted on his plans to collaborate with the incoming governor, if elected, to ensure the state gets what it deserves in the country.
It's not what you wish to do, it's what you are able to do, it's what is available to you. He has done tremendously well in providing infrastructure for our people. And I've always said it, that our people will know what Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi have done by the time we have left office.
The PDP House of Representatives candidate also shared his plans on the quest for the creation of Ada State.
We grew up and met the agitation for the creation of Ada State. And with great passion, a lot of people of my age would wish that we have Ada State. Be it as it may, I know that Nigeria have a constitution, and they'll clamor for us to review the constitution to bring 6th state at least 6 states in Southeast has been widely accepted across the country. With these facts in our mind, the agitation for the creation of another state will continue.
He also pointed out why Nsukka people will be happy if he is elected as their representatives in the Green Chambers.
They'll be happy because I'm not really going to Abuja on a part-time. I'm going to Abuja on full-time for Nsukka and IGBO-EZE South. I'll devote my time, I'll devote my talent, I will devote my contact, I'll devote all my life to see that the people who have been deprived gain something from the government of their own.
Engineer Abba has also expressed commitment to ensure competent participation in originating bills and passing beneficial laws, effective actualization of the constituents' great expectations, redressing long-standing grievances of federal marginalization of his constituents, exercising responsible oversight of federal agencies and projects, especially in his constituency, and enhancing legislative approval of nominees for federal appointments, especially in his constituency. Others include establishment of a functional constituency office, holding regular town hall meetings and visitations to components of his constituency, linking constituents with different federal empowerment agencies, support them to become beneficiaries, personally establishing a tech hub to provide relevant entrepreneurial skills for the youths to become self-employed as well as becoming employers of persons, sponsoring competitive annual talent hunts in his constituency, and harvesting and promoting community-based ideas that positively and directly impact the lives of the people. Engineer Vita Abba may not be the only candidate vying to represent the good people of Nsukka IGBO-EZE South constituency. He is truly the best candidate with requisite experience and committed desire to do the more than expected, as well as render selfless services to the people.